Storm Team.
Welcome back to KX News at 4, and here's a live look around the state. A few interesting things going on today. So towards our central location, seeing a 56 in Minot, 57 for Bismarck. Notice those winds though out of the south, about 10 miles per hour or so. Some darkening clouds towards Minot, dark clouds there for us in Williston. But notice out towards the west, we're a little bit warmer overall, and the winds are more out of the northwest. Kind of a difference there in the wind direction from the eastern tier of the region back towards the west. Temperature-wise, we're still a little bit chillier for our eastern friends. Some 40s today. They're better than the 30s we saw yesterday, and getting warmer out towards the west, sitting near 60 for our south central friends, and more of those 60s towards the western tier. And once again, Wolf Point coming in at 71. Wouldn't be surprised if maybe we see an 80 in Wolf Point as we get into Friday or the weekend. So right now we are seeing this warm front push one through from west to east. Right now from Williston down just towards the east of Dickinson, giving us a nice line of shower activity in that general location. 10% chance of maybe a quick pop-up storm in those overall locations, but again, those odds will increase a bit, as we'll see in a minute as we get into tomorrow afternoon. A broader picture here shows that warm front's kind of pushing through right now. So the areas towards the west of that front, we'll see the winds more out of the northwest as a result. Back towards the eastern tier, still more out of the south because of that area of high pressure now well off towards the east. So as this secondary front right here pushes through tomorrow, may see a few more storms than today, especially into our western locations. Precision cast a few hours from now, still some scattered showers for basically the entirety of the region. Should be fairly light and scattered overall. Really not much in the way of a chance for storms, but again, one or two is possible over the course of this evening. As we push into tomorrow though, note especially out towards the west, towards that northwestern corner, some convection kind of possible, maybe into portions of northeastern Montana, in towards the Williston and Crosby area along Highway 2. And of course, some of these showers or storms could be a bit further south or further north, or of course, back towards the eastern tier. So if you're along Highway 83 out towards the west especially, you may hear a quick rumble of thunder. The severity of these storms really shouldn't be there though, so that is good news. And in fact, the SPC gives us a 0 risk for severe storms tomorrow. I'd give the odds at about 5 to 7%. You never really quite can tell, but again, very, very low risk for severe storms tomorrow with that front moving on through. We will though see the wind gusts push in tomorrow, especially out towards the west into our south central areas, 35 to 40 miles per hour. And this will give us a fire risk for those southwestern locations, very high for some locations possible. So if you are out towards Dickinson or Beach or Bowman, towards Hettinger, Flasher, even back towards the Lytton areas, be aware of that fire concern as you push into tomorrow. Also wouldn't be surprised if this gets pushed also into Friday of this week. As far as tomorrow's daytime highs are concerned, much like today, most of us in those 50s and some low 60s kind of here or there, but trending warmer as we get into especially Friday into the weekend. 77 for Wolf Point for Friday. Should be a very nice day overall. Here's Williston's next 5 days overall. In fact, 60 tomorrow, again 77 for us for Friday. 30 degrees chillier though as we get into Sunday. Maybe some rain, snow mix perhaps for Monday. We'll see if that pans out as we get into next week. And Dickinson's next few 60s and 70s for the most part. 75 for Friday should be a very nice way to end our week. And here's Minot's next several days. Tomorrow 56 and overcast. 40% chance of showers perhaps bleeding into our Thursday as well. And again, 73 for Friday, but cooling off for Monday. And again, rain, snow mix possible as we get into early next week. And then Bismarck's next few 60s and 70s galore through Sunday, and then a little bit chillier for Monday, but in pretty good shape overall as far as the forecast is concerned. Hopefully some more rain though, especially out towards the west, Joel.
And look at that. Looks like we have to put up with more 40s and even 1 or 2 freezing nights here. We just don't, this is going to be rough.
It's just crazy how it all pans out. We're going to be near 80 perhaps Friday into the weekend towards the far west, and then Monday a chance for snow. So that's just the way it goes. And you know, the odds of getting snow are 20% at best right now, but that's higher than 5% from yesterday. So you never really quite can tell how it's going to pan out.
Be ready for maybe some precipitation of some kind.
That's the way to put it. Yeah.
Kenny, thanks so much. And still to come on KX News.